Hi, everybody. Welcome to Hook and
Hello.
Stitch Non-Style. I'm Antoinette, your hostess, coming to you from Deer Island, New Brunswick, Canada, located in the Bay of Fundy. If you're watching a replay, thank you. I want to welcome all returning Fiber Family members, new Fiber Family members, first time here, and no, we don't want to hear Antoinette. But anyways, and today my lovely co-host is
Darlene.
from,
Nova Scotia.
yeah, also Canadian. So there's nobody here right now. So there's three. We got some lurker. We got a lurker.
A lurker. Hello, lurker.
And that's okay. Thank you, lurkers. Just, hey, got a couple lurkers. Just sit back and relax and enjoy. We're just going to have a hour or two of conversation, fun, sharing projects, sharing inspiration, talking. Welcome in, big little sis. Welcome in, Suzanne. We're going to talk.
Mimi is your big sis because she's older than you. You're the middle sis.
Welcome in, Samantha. Welcome in, Denise Lee. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Sunday morning, everybody. Or afternoon or evening, depending on where you're located. Today I'm gonna show, I finished the poncho, it's done. Talk about the Cable Crush joggers. Welcome in, Lorraine, welcome in. I finished the jogger pockets, but, what time is it where I'm at? It is 1:00 in the afternoon. We're on Atlantic time. We're an hour ahead of Eastern Standard Time. I was pinning the pockets this morning. I tried them on, and let's just say I could fit 1.5 of me in, and they're a little big. No wonder the project took so long. But I got the pockets done. I had to undo the cuffs on the ankles because the bind off was too tight. I couldn't get them over my foot. So I undid both bind offs, and I did a stretchy bind off, which worked perfectly. And it was so easy. It was knit or purl two together, depending on what the second stitch was. Welcome in, Maritza. Hola.
Hello.
But I had them on this morning, so they're in my. I have a basket here. This is my heavy basket. That's my finishing work basket. You know, something that needs sewed up. So I got, and I did finish the poncho, and it is massive. It is enormous. Took me 4 days, but it was done in Premier Toy Box. It's a bulky 5, very, very soft, very, very squishy, and the colorway is Rocking Horse. I used a 12 millimeter hook, and the pattern, it's very easy pattern. Are you near, Darlene, are you near Angela at My Precious Yarnery? I don't know what part of Nova Scotia. I know she lives near the water.
Well, depending on whereabouts she's located. Do you know what town she's in? Hi, Denise.
No problem. Thank you, Denise. No, that's fine, dear. Some people, I lurk a lot. I'm a lurker. A lot of times I'll be lurking as I'm doing something. I just throw a podcast on live and I just listen while I'm doing things. The other thing we're going to talk about is the make along that we discussed last live, where we said we're gonna knit or crochet something from, you know, a mini series TV show like Outlander, Gilmore Girls, Little House on the Prairie, Call the Midwife, all those shows. And I want to thank everybody that put and shared different places to go and find patterns, free patterns. Some are paid for patterns, some are books. I am an Outlander fan. So I am Outlander and Call the Midwife. I'm flopping between the two, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to do an Outlander pattern. I found a couple free ones on Ravelry. And once I get a chance, I'm going to link them up on community tab and in the Yayas. One is arm warmers and cables, of course, you know me and cables. And there is a specific shawl, almost like a Sontag, that Claire wore. It's the one that comes in and it goes around the back there. That's another thing I've looked at. But so I'm just looking at that so we can start. And there's no deadline or nothing like that. We're just doing it and sharing it, just like we did the bag along. People share their bags. Thank you very much. And the big thing with this is just inspiration for each other. You know, yes, I've got projects on the go, but I have 2 finishes. I got one of the tutorials up that somebody had asked me to make, and the other one should go up later on today, if not by morning, because I'm in the process of finishing up the last second repeat for on film there. But it's slow and tedious because I've got to make sure the angle is good to show you what it is I'm doing. And then tomorrow I will pick, or maybe even during the live here, I will pick the tutorial for this upcoming week. It's going to be out of the same section, cables and air and stitches, because it's such a large section of the book. Might do like 1 month cables, and then the next month we'll pick another section, and then I'll do 4 weeks of tutorials from that.
Do you know where boats? Do you know where a boat in Nova Scotia she's located? And like Nova Scotia is like a lot of places here. So I don't think I've ever seen her stuff. Is her channel called My Precious Yarnery?
It's called My Precious Yarn. Yeah, I watch it now and then. Right now, I'm just winding up some yarn. I started those cable leg warmers I showed you, that set that I said I was going to cast on all 3 projects and just work on them here and there for Christmas. Okay, Suzanne, thank you, dear. I know someone's got to do it. I've got house cleaning myself to do, upstairs and downstairs. But thank you for hanging out with us. Right now I'm winding up the yarn. I cast on the leg warmers. Oh yeah, Lorraine, she's in Canada. I've got to go to the bigger needles. This is just, they're bottom up. I actually got a picture. I meant last time it wouldn't print the picture up, but I did find a picture of them. I just saved it on my phone so I could show you. Those are what the leg warmers look like, Celtic cables. Now, if you look at that, and then...
And how far is Upper Clemens? So she's around 2 hours from me. She's in Upper Clemens. So a couple hour drive from here, where I'm located.
And these are the fingerless mitts that I'm making to go with those leg warmers. So you can see, if you look at them, they are, let me get this a little bit more coordinated.
Put you up on the big screen so they can see it better.
Okay, here's the cabled leg warmers, and there's the...
Up the picture so you can see it over her hand.
I think I got a bigger... Oh, okay, yeah. There's... And you can see the cables are the same.
Oh, yeah, yep.
So I'm... Because like I said, I got to start on my Christmas gifts for next year. And I have a couple headbands saved in Ravelry. Decide which one I'm going to do that matches that cable. Or I might just, excuse me, do my own, design my own. Just pick one of the Celtic cables out of my book and do it. But like I said, just getting things started for Christmas next year. As I showed you the poncho. This is the pattern. It was part of a bundle I bought. It's really simple, easy. There was 3 patterns in the bundle. Easy crochet poncho. That's it right there. And
you like
I did
those like turtleneck type things.
It's like a cowl, yeah. And I made mine real loose. And I did my cowl as I was doing the poncho. I did it like, I maybe got like 10 rows done. Welcome in, Demetra. Welcome in, dear.
Hi, Demetra.
I did it so it was done. It was 23 rounds, and then a round of half double and a round of single was 5 single crochets in the crochet one spaces. And that poncho took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It took almost 10 skeins, so it's like 1,000 yards of a bulky 5 with a 12 millimeter. And it was a really easy. My wrists and hands were hurting because for 3 or 4 days, I was just kind of, you know how you get off your game? I just knitted and crocheted between cleaning and cooking.
Oh, Dimitri got your package.
Oh, you did? Oh, good. Good, good, good. You're welcome. Well, Dimitri had bought some, and the auctioneer had got some, and I sent her box, and it wasn't, and I just totally, because it was an afterthought. So I'm glad you got it. I know somebody else got their package, and like I said, I've got some more packages going out, but I had to wait till this week for payday so I can make a payment on my credit card, because I try not to get too far, and my balances are up from the trip. So I'm working on, my goal is all credit cards paid off by the end of the year. So that was done. And I don't know if anybody here watches Welcome in, Jan, an Alaskan crafter, or as Dawn so affectionately calls her, Trouble. Welcome in. I don't know if anybody here watches Fiber Friends podcast. They're Canadians. It's Louise Wildflower Wool. She has Wildflower Wool on YouTube and on and on Facebook, the group. This was a hat from Tin Can Knits called the Snow Globe hat, and a bunch of them did it. And it,
oh, that's pretty. You did something like that, didn't you?
Something like that, yeah. So I got that. That was something I considered maybe for doing, but I think I want to do a headband rather than a hat for that gift pack. And what I do is I just knit and crochet all year long. Some gifts are specific with a specific person in mind, but I just knit and I just have this big box full of stuff. There's another pattern from that bundle that I bought, the poncho with the inset sleeves that I want to do, and it's going to be done. Welcome in, Zara.
Hey,
welcome
Zara.
in, dear. So the yarn I'm using for the leg warmers is an absolutely scrumptious yarn, but oh my gosh, talk about yarn vomit. And it's just as bad as using like Mary Maxim's Prism or Shaw on the Ball. And I had got these when they were on clearance a few years ago. I think I got 2 or 3 of 2 colors. But it's Ice Cream Roving, and this is an absolutely beautiful, fun color to work, fun yarn to work with. It is so soft.
It looks it.
And so squishy. I like it better than the regular Ice Cream Big Scoop. I think I had a couple of those. I sold those in the auction.
Yeah, I don't think
Thank you, Zara. Thank you. Yeah, hit the thummies if you don't mind. Thank you to everybody that's watched the playlist. We're inching our way up there. Okay. Oh Lord, Lorraine, you poor thing, you. Cover up my side of the screen. Oh my gosh, let me get off solo. But it's a really nice yarn, and the colors I chose.
The big screen.
These are the colors for the mitts, and they're a perfect match.
Oh, so you're not doing them all in the same?
Nope. But I have a theme that if you look,
like a pastel-y type colors.
Yep. So almost like Easter colors, but it's a winter project. So I better put this pattern in.
Hi, Susanna.
Welcome in, Susanna. Welcome in, dear. Susanna, so did that explain the make one right, make one left for you? I mean, there's lots of ways to do it. I didn't want to confuse you, so I just took the easiest way of doing it.
I think it was fine.
I was
I'm doing
showing.
okay, Zara. It's snowing here.
Ugh.
Zara loves seeing the snow.
Oh, does she?
Oh yeah.
I'm glad, Suzanne, that helped then. There's more coming. The tutorial that's going up, it'll either release tonight or tomorrow. We remember you know who picked Define Diamonds out of the book. Now, I was explaining there's going to be 4 weeks of the cables and Aaron stitches section, and then we'll pick another section, and then we'll do 4 weeks from that section. So that's you can have
I've
ours.
never heard anybody say that before.
I know. This is how this is working
I
up.
want our winter back.
This is your Define Diamonds pattern.
Isn't that pretty?
And the back is actually nice too.
It almost looks
This would
like
be
a
great for
basket
like
weave in the back.
it looks
a
almost
little bit
like
basket weave.
yep. Very squishy. I'm using a number 4. Number 4, no, DK, I think. Nope, DK. And for nostalgia, just for nostalgia, I'm using my straight. Oh, send it this way, Jan. We need to get rid of our snow. I hate snow. I hate cold. I am a hot weather person. I am I think in a former life I was a wallaby or a kangaroo in Australia. So I'm going to, well, on the live here, I'm going to pick the next tutorial for this week, which we may as well do. Oh, this book's heavy. So, what did I say? Alexa, pick a number between 80.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Alexa, pick a number between 80 and 131.
Here's a number between 80 and 131. It's 105.
105, okay. Okay,
The
these
winner
are
is.
nope, I got to do one more pick.
Okay.
105. These are the 2 cables.
Okay.
The cable
number
fabric
1.
and sweeping cables. Alexa, pick a number between 1 and 2.
2.
We will be doing the sweeping cables this week.
For your next one. Because we don't have
Yep.
the first one up yet.
Well, it's coming. I'm editing and finishing up the second repeat. So I'll show you what it looks like. This is the one we're doing where the post-it is. That's the one we're going to be doing.
It's nice.
This one here.
That's
So
cool.
that's the next. Welcome in, threshold moment. So that's what it is. And, you know, being that everybody picked the cable and Aaron stitches got the most votes, I do love to do cables, but a lot of people are intimidated by cables. The same as a lot of people, including me, are intimidated by DPNs.
Yeah, I don't like.
They're not bad
I
at
just
all.
don't like the fact they'll slip off. It's too much.
And I'm too old for that threshold. I'm too old for that. So that's what we're doing. So has anybody found or chose? I agree with you. I'm with you, threshold. We're up here in Canada. Yeah, it's cold. Has anybody found, picked, started their TV series, miniseries, TV shows, patterns yet? Again, I said I'm an Outlander fan, so mine's gonna be from Outlander. Demetra, I joined that group, the Outlander group, and only problem is I'm having trouble accessing their patterns. I had to go to Ravelry. Oh, this yarn is awful. gets hooked on itself. And like with any roving, it breaks easy if you pull too hard. Yeah,
Yeah.
Dimitri, that's where I got it at. I joined that Facebook group, the Outlander group. I joined it. It approved me. Yeah, they asked you what's your favorite character. You know, I said, well, Claire was mine. Claire and Jamie are my two favorite.
Yeah.
Oh, she crochets too. Ah, Yarny Yarny Yaz. Yeah.
Yeah.
So nope. I've been yesterday. I cooked. Actually, cooked quite a bit yesterday, and I made a Oreo cookie pie. Harry Potter, same thing.
Well, you got the Hermione socks.
Yep, Hermione socks, Zara. That's from Harry Potter, which I've done.
Do you have that pattern, Zara? If not, maybe you'll get it in February.
You like the sweeping cables? Okay, Suzanne. Yeah, that's like I said. It's coming out. Somebody asked me. They says, "Oh, little sis asked me, what are you gonna do with all the blocks?" Same thing. They're going into my Manic Memories blanket. I've got a whole. When I'm showing my whips and stuff for transparency. I have a whole thing there with different sizes, fibers of granny squares, regular squares, knitted squares, crocheted squares, Tunisian squares. Yeah, that's where I went to, Demetra. I was looking at the cabled arm warmers. I think you could use them for arm or legs. I remember back in the 80s when they were very popular in there, and a lot of it had like that movie. Oh, for heaven's sakes, it was filmed in Pittsburgh.
Flashdance.
Yeah, Flashdance.
Yeah, because I guess the dancers used to do it. Like I have pictures when Courtney was a baby of wearing the mum had made me some.
I made some for my granddaughter. She wore them when she was doing her ballet. Kept her legs warm doing ballet.
I wasn't a dancer. I just had them over my jeans in the wintertime.
Well, I remember it was leg warmers and pumps with your jeans.
I had
back in the 80s.
like the boots.
Yep. Boot cuffs is another thing, that are coming back. But they actually do have a function. They do keep your lower leg, especially if you're older and you have, like I wear compression socks when I'm working on the ferry. I wear compression socks, but they don't keep my legs real warm. I'd wear those under my pants rather than wearing tights because I feel like I'm choking when I have tights underneath my pants. But when it's wind's blowing and it's minus 20, 30 degrees, it gets cold.
Oh, yeah.
They asked me, they want me to work tomorrow. I said, no.
No, thank you. Thanks for asking.
For 5 hours. I'm going. Huh?
The nerve of these people.
I'm telling you. Well, they have to ask me first because I'm senior on the list. They have to ask. I get first refusal. Hey, they screwed themselves. Anyways.
Totally.
I know I got bad attitude. Excuse me. I lost my train of thought there. Oh my heavens. No, this happens as you get older.
Oh yeah, somebody's been telling me that constantly for the last year that we're getting old. We keep forgetting stuff. I know we went for groceries this morning, and I'm sure we forgot to get something.
Oh, I always do that. That's why I have a list, and I always buy more than what's on my list.
I feel like we forgot something this morning, hon. I don't know why. When we go looking for it, we'll know.
No, getting there. I was telling Sis there before we went live. I'm gonna go get it and show you what's in it. What I'm working to a goal. It's a small goal I set for myself. Like by the end of February. As soon as I finish rolling this, I'll go get it and we'll talk about it. I know everybody is real. I'm not saying on yarn bans, but they're lessening the amount of yarn they're purchasing right now for just the sake of purchasing it because it's a good deal.
Yeah, I need to. I can't do too much this year because I did a lot last year, and I just
You
need to
got
get
the
my room upstairs like done.
you got the bougie stuff.
I love the bougie stuff.
I like all yarn except scrubby. I like the scrubby stuff that I used to make my even in the middle of a conversation. Yeah, Jan. Tell everybody, anybody here, raise your hand if this has happened to you. You go into a room, and by the time you go from one point to the other, you forget what you went into that room for.
Yeah, you'll figure it out an hour later.
Or 3 o'clock in the morning when you're in the middle of a dead sleep. And anybody that's not from Australia, I know Macca's is McDonald's. What we call Mickey D's, they call Macca's
Okay.
in Australia. Yes. Yes.
It's like we had a flyer today for KFC in the mail. We don't get mail on like today, but we just pick it up when we go for groceries. But we got something from KFC. I don't remember. It's been years, ages since I've gotten anything from there.
Me too, Demetra. Well, like I said, we've all bought yarn because it was a good deal. Now, yes, I bought all that Bloom yarn, but that's for that was bought specifically for in the Addy. You know, I've got 3 knitting machines, and I've got 32, 46, and 22 pin machines. And I see a lot of free patterns to make stuff with them, like little stuffies and stuff. But I want to do a bunch of headbands because I'd like to try and do a few craft fairs this summer, this fall, Christmas time, and just have a big a tote of like hats, headbands, fingerless mitts. I can do it all on my Addy or my knitting machines.
Yeah.
Now, for people that I love and I think are knit and crochet worthy, they get the hand stuff because there's love in every stitch.
Yeah, there is a lady. I'm part of a crazy sock people, or addicted to socks, I think it's called, on Facebook. And one woman asked, "What do people charge for socks?" And they said, "You'll never make the money that they're actually worth."
Welcome in, Nessa, my dear.
It's
Welcome
like,
in.
Hello, because it would actually cost close to $500.
Well,
And,
I
like,
heard
mainly
somebody.
It's mostly like the time.
I heard the average price for socks. I charge $35 for my socks that I do, and I always get my yarn on deal. Was between $40 and $50 is what people are charging for hand knit socks. No,
This lady can do a pair of socks in a week.
yeah, I can't. I've done a pair in a week. I've done a pair in a week, but
I think I've done 8 days, not 2 at a
I
time.
didn't knit on anything else except those socks.
Yeah, she would knit like 8 to 12 hours a day, which is a lot.
Yeah, Susanna. Yeah, you see, you're like Darlene. I love the hand dyed stuff, but it's just I've got enough stash here with my bougie yarn, and I am using it. I've got a couple projects I'm making with my bougie, and but I like all yarns. Every Jan, I'll tell you what. The Unapologetic Knitter has a free pattern and a YouTube channel. She's one for a basic sock pattern. Simply Socks by Louise Patterson from Wildflower Wool is a good one. Simply in Stitches has a great tutorial for doing. She actually has one for the Hermione socks. For socks, and she lists a bunch of patterns there.
Yeah. Pearl Together has one for the Rose City Rollers.
Yeah, Rose City Rollers is a good one. It's a free pattern. It's just an ankle sock with a rolled cuff.
So no ribbing.
Yeah, Lorraine. And if you think about it, I've watched videos on, what to charge for your knitting and crochet and stuff like that. And they said, take your yarn, multiply it times 3, and give yourself $10 an hour for how long it took you. Well, nobody's going to pay that. I mean, you guys saw what I sold that. You're welcome, sweetheart. What I charged the guy to make that
Yeah, it was like
Aaron
300,
Cable
I think.
fisherman's cardigan.
Yeah.
I charged him $300. I got him the yarn off Lion Brand. It was Touch of Alpaca, which is by the way, a wonderful yarn to work with. I actually have quite a bit enough to make another cardigan, but in color work. And I got it for like $4 a skein for that sweater. And I said, any leftovers I get to keep. I've been to Spotlight. I have video from there too, actually. It's like I said, I'm releasing the videos a little bit at a time for my trip to Australia because I've got so much.
Well, you were there for a few weeks, so
Yeah. Yep, Farahon too, Zara, and I'm doing another one. But again, yeah, Lorraine, same thing here. But I really don't take commissions anymore. I want to knit and crochet what I want to now. I don't do any test knitting right now. I've just totally just stepped away from test knitting and commissions. If I do something, it's a gift to somebody. That's why I sell some of my stuff here on the auction, and it goes for,
cheap.
Yeah. Well, no, it's just for it goes for an okay price. But that's okay. I enjoy what I do, the process and the healing to my soul and to my heart that this gives me, And if I've missed you, please put a thing up there that, hey, you forgot me, because I try not to miss anybody. I'm trying to watch the chat also.
Hey, Perp.
Welcome in, Perp. Okay, thank you, Perp. Thank you, dear. I also want to say thank you to my wonderful, exquisite, top of the line, gold star moderator, Zara.
Oh, yes. The numero uno.
Well, it's not, and that's like when I sold the stuff on the auction, I did it that way because I had prices on it before, and we all know how long blankets take. And the most I ever got for a blanket was $125. Well, that was what the yarn cost me. My time.
Well, I had an acquaintance ask me to make her an amigurumi, and I gave her the price of, what was it, $75.
Thank you, Priest.
She never got back. So, and I think that was cheap. That would have been cheap.
Oh yeah, like now I donated my Seaside Sampler, which Sis did too. She made one of those blankets too, and it's a great blanket to make, especially for the the stitches you learn.
Did you sell it, or did you?
I donated it.
That's a $300 blanket.
Yeah,
just for the yarn.
It went to a good cause. It went to help raise money for the kitties and the puppies.
Yeah.
And
I calculated it, that was a kit.
Yeah.
It was $30 a month, and you get 3 stripes, and there's 10.
Yep.
Or it took like 10 months, so that's $300. That's
exactly
just for the yarn.
Oh,
and then
and so
do it.
Everybody knows I did do the drawing for the YouTube Fiverr family, and the winner was Marlene Gaston. She won a $25 Mary Maxim gift card.
Oh, I don't think. Did you post that on?
No, I forgot to post it, but I did because I messaged her.
Congratulations, sis.
She won a $25. So that's it for this month. Only one I have to do is for my members, which I'll be doing the last day of the month. And then, because the members is only for my members, is every 3 months. Hey, I just can't wait to see everybody makes their stuff.
Yes.
Oh, okay, Zara. Yeah, there's one more to go to finish. I ran into issues with this one. This one here had a half a dozen attempts. I've got like, welcome in, Tank. I was filming the tutorial and frogging, deleting and redoing it. Because when I'm trying to film a tutorial, I close my door because the girls will come in. Oh, okay. Here's a Tunisian pattern that I made for my cousin. I'm gonna make another pair of them.
Oh yeah, that's right.
This was on Just Finished Crochet, but I had picked up this little tiny binder of knitting and crochet patterns. It's vintage, and look what was in it.
Oh my goodness.
The exact pattern. So I'll be doing that too, because I haven't had anything. And after doing that hood from my elf coat, I want to do another one. Long-term project, because there's so many pieces to it. Unlike the priestess coat, the elf coat has, but I'm going to go down to a size medium. Because I think I only need a medium now. I keep thinking I'm bigger than I am. Not that I'm small, but I always go extra large or XXL, and they're always too big. Except the priestess coat, and I think that was just the yarn. It was just the yarn.
And it was only the arms, because I had to add to my arms also.
Yeah. But again, I've made them both, and I know the mistakes I made. We learn from our mistakes. So when I go to do the next one, I'll be better at it. And I tell you, I've discovered one of my favorite stitches to use, even if I mess around, and you guys, I don't show it. I have a notebook with design ideas in my head, and I write things down, just notes for who knows in the future. I may do another pattern. I love link double crochet for garments in crochet because it makes a solid stitch. There's no holes like when you do, and it'd be great for like a summer top, like just a simple tank with the link double crochet, maybe some eyelet on the bottom, picots, whatever. But I really like the link double crochet. Again, if you, like I did for Susanna, if you want because my stitch tutorials are pretty quick. They're easy to do. It's just a stitch, like it was a make one right, make one left. Very easy.
Oh yeah, like if I have a pattern that has that in it, I'll go straight to your tutorial, because you'll have to do a collection or whatever.
I've got to reorganize my playlist for my tutorials.
Yes,
that's a thing, but let them know too that because Red Heart, I find the Red Heart is softer now, with the exception of the color red. Red is always it softens up when you wash it. But as far as a blanket goes, it's a workhorse yarn, and that blanket will be around for decades. Homespun, I've never worked with homespun, but I got a bunch of, and I have put it in mystery boxes and stuff. It's a cream colored, and it looks like homespun if it was from Mary Maxim. It's really soft.
Some people call that hellspun.
Yeah, they do.
I've never used it, so I don't know. Walmart is so crappy with their yarn now. It's like just one aisle.
Yeah.
Of yarn, and it's like so messy. They don't take care of it at all.
I haven't been into the Walmart St. John thing. I got to count some stitches. Exactly, Nessa. Exactly. That's why I don't do commissions anymore. I've got 2 blanket kits in there for blankets that I ripped out totally, and I've washed a few things because I was trying to get some tips and tricks on getting my line straight for my Cat's Meow blanket. And then my Red Heart Teardrop, that one's just tedious because there's 128 motifs to make, and then they're put together in a very specific way. attach it this fourth chain from the bottom, and it's very it's like a puzzle. But I'm just gonna do a quick count on my stitches here because I had to do an increase once I did the ribbing. It's a twisted rib. I have to you do an increase round, then I got to switch to the bigger needles for it. But I think I did the wrong thing. I'm just gonna fudge it. I'm not gonna bow.
Oh, that's like that sweater that I'm doing. I'm just like, I did one row totally wrong, and I just figure, okay, I'll just go when I'm done. I will just go back and I will try and hide that by sewing in the holes that aren't supposed to be there. Oh, I'm just casting on. I'm just to do something while I'm sitting here. I'm just casting on for Dean's poncho. Just seeing how long I can get. It's pretty yarn. It's soft. It's Murray Maxim, natural alpaca. I'll be using the same pattern that I tried before, because this is what I was using before, but the yarn's too thick that it's just, it doesn't like fall right. It might be okay for a blanket, but not for poncho. He just wants a square poncho, so it's going to be nice and easy.
Oh, I am gonna have to tink back. When you got 11 stitches too many.
Oh my!
So I'll just put it here and I'll tink it back. It's just one row. I gotta tink back, one round.
Yeah, he picked out the color. I gave him a choice of the colors, and he picked this one out. It's called Sand Dune.
I'm just running to I'm gonna go get something here. I was telling you guys about.
So, but it's very, I don't know if you can see, it's very, very, very fuzzy. Oh, there, you can see it on. It's very fuzzy. But like you can tell there's a little bit of wool in it. And that, but you didn't have to make me big. Holy moly. I made one of Dean's constantly wearing a Bag O' Day sweater that I crocheted him. He has it on now. He's always wearing it. I don't remember what that one is called. But he seems to like things I make him, so that's always good. Oh, yeah. He just doesn't want socks. I'd love to try and make him socks, but he doesn't want those. I have made him a few hats and mittens. He wants me to make him trigger mittens. The mittens that have like one finger. He'd like to try those. So that should be interesting. I know my mother, she would make them quite a bit. I don't know why, because my dad was not a hunter, but she must have known hunters that she's made them. Yeah, well, it's not really a pattern. Like, it's in my head what I'm doing. It's a pattern from his sweater that I knitted him, a gray one. But I'm kind of copying the sizing from a hooded pattern that I bought from, I forget what the guy's name is. I know he's in Australia. He makes some beautiful stuff. Sweaters and all this. It's the first time I've seen anybody cut yarn
Steeking.
to put in. No.
It's called steeking.
Oh, the process. Yeah. Yeah, I can't remember his name. But he's just a young guy. but it's like either Australia or New Zealand. I think it's Australia. But well, Demetra just did that with an old sweater that her husband had. Which I would have been scared to death to do that. But she has
Okay.
a video on her website, so that's
Okay, I went and grabbed. I have a tote of yarn here that my goal was by the end of February to have it emptied. It's this right. It's this one right here. Okay. Now in here's a lot of the bulky yarn, and that's where I grabbed 11 skeins of this. Actually, I'm gonna put this in here, and I crochet more with this, but I'm gonna try find a knitting pattern to use some of this bulky yarn, but that's my goal, was to have this emptied by the end of February. I've got some patterns for projects.
you know what's nice with that is use a Tunisian.
Yeah, I have I have my Denise set and my
Yeah,
other set too.
Like use your yarn with the Tunisian pattern.
Like this yarn here,
bulky stuff.
this is whimsical from, it's soft. But it's two kinds of yarn wound together. It's like eyelash yarn
Okay.
with a, two kinds of eyelash yarn wound together. So, and I've got,
Oh,
it
hi,
didn't
Kat.
sell in the auction, so welcome in, Dragon Cat. Oh, that's all right. Thank you for stopping in, Dragon Cat. And, well, again, I don't have it. I need to put a Tunisian on because I don't even have, I have one sock to finish, and I have no socks on the needles. But I
Say
think I
hello,
lost my-
goodbye.
and then I've got two of these Caron marble cakes,
I have some of those.
and
Might be those colors too.
there's 808 yards, so I can make something with that. Then I have two of these cookies. They call this a bulky 5, but I don't
No.
find it. I find it a worse.
More of a 4 at least.
Yeah, this is more of a 4. That's a 4 weight. I got two of those. Then I have two of these. These are the Batik Swirl Double Knit. It's a DK from Stylecraft. And this is called Spring Garden. I have two of those. And there's, excuse me, 200 grams. 1,202 yards. Welcome in,
Hello,
Meemaw. Welcome in, dear. And then what the other stuff that I have in here is I bought a lot. I had given so much of this away and still have a lot of it.
Well, I've given you some of it. Not
Yep,
that stuff, but-
I made my sweater out of that.
Yeah.
I've got 6 of those, and then I've got 9 of
Hey,
these.
Lindsay.
Welcome in, Lindsay. Welcome in. I got the. So that's my goal, is to use up this. And I'm just grabbing like bulky projects. But to use this up, empty the tote.
Yeah. Because that stuff works up pretty fast.
Yeah, it does.
I made one of my grandnieces a pocket shawl out of that stuff with a Tunisian pattern that I just did up in my head.
Because I mean, with 2 finishes, I can, work on a new project, but still, like my Christmas stuff, that's just a year long. Those are year-long projects. Stuff is for Christmas, and they're all small: hats, towels, headbands, and fingerless mitts.
Thanks.
I had been, I think it was last week, I was talking with Lindsay. Actually, Lindsay's here. about my brioche shawl that I've frogged and frogged and frogged and frogged. Right now it's cast on, and there that's what it sits, just the cast on, because I keep watching the tutorials over and over again, just getting it to sink into my head, doing a brioche knit, right? Because I was doing it and I was ending up with extra stitches. So so I have to keep on practicing. I might
They'll
switch
just
my yarns
pop
around.
in there. They'll just pop in your head saying, "Ah, that's it."
Yeah, I've been watching vicariously living through everybody doing their Joanne. The only time I was in Joann's was when I went back home in 2016 at Christmas time. And I come home with over 200 skeins of yarn. The majority of it came from, nope, it would have been later than that. 2017, 2018, somewhere around there. Anyways, and I hit customs and he goes, you like yarn? I said, yeah. Yeah, Lindsay, that's what I was doing and making sure I did that. But I'll get it. Like I bother the poor Lindsay when I'm doing a pattern that I'm having issues with. It's like I'm having problems. But you want to know, in the end, I have finished all of my patterns. I mean, Solar Flare is in timeout until I get the yarn from Hobie, which it is coming, and then I'm going to undo the flames that I did with that A4 cotton. I'm going to undo it and do all of it in the Opal Fire. Some of it is going to be color controlled. I'm gonna take one of the cakes. I got one of the cakes to take apart and by color, so then I can go back, because I want to. I'm halfway. I've got 4 sets of flames done, and I'm going to go back and rip out some of those flames and redo them so it looks better. I just don't like the way it looks, and if it's not
with that variegated yarn.
Yeah, I don't like it. So I'm going to go back, especially because it's got the red, the yellow, and the orange beading. So my vision in my mind was the fire from the center out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you, Dawn, for coming in. Thank you. Uh-oh. Yeah. Have fun, Meemaw. Have fun. Dawn P's going to Joann's. Joann's has filed bankruptcy for the second time, but this time it's a liquidation bankruptcy.
Oh, yeah. Great sales.
Oh, yeah. I was watching quite a few people that got huge Joann orders, and they were like $250. Big Twist, apparently. I've never used Big Twist. Apparently, it's a nice yarn. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming, Dawn. Thank you so much.
Have fun shopping. Or rescuing.
So that was but no, Lindsay, I don't know if you've had a chance to see the last live we did. We're going to do a make along. Nothing structured, nothing, there's no prizes or anything. It's just for inspiration for each other. We're doing make alongs from TV shows, series, books, whatever. Like, I'm an Outlander fan. I love Outlander. And everybody's been posting different places you can find these patterns. Harry Potter, Call the Midwife. And we're going to do a pattern from the from that series. And when you put your finished item on the community tab or in the Yayas, just put the pattern and the TV or mini series or where the inspiration came for the pattern. And if you want to design your own, hey, more power to you. Oh, wow. Thank you, Dawn. Okay, well, Lindsay, things that you saw from, because I mean, in a lot of these shows, you'd be surprised. We talked about it last Sunday. Each Sunday's live, we're going to keep going about it, but it's just go pick your pattern and start. Post it on the Yayas. Oh, I'm sorry, Nessa. I'm sorry. Prayers. We'll keep her in our prayers and thoughts. Don't like to see anybody. And I'll tell you, the knitting or the crochet or the loom knitting actually can help that, because it's very healing. I mean, It's very healing, believe me. 2 years, and it's coming up next weekend. It's coming up. Be 2
There's
years.
no real dates.
Nope. Mal's on this here at Hookin' and Stitching Island Style and the Yayas. Our make-alongs are very relaxed, and it's just to get inspiration, have some community crafting. Oh, I know, Nessa. It's ridiculous. I know. And it's getting worse. Oh my God. I can see a lot of content creators. A lot of us do giveaways all the time, going more and more to digital because it's cost prohibitive to I mean, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. I mean, what I make here on the channel from the super chats and super stickers, that's all shipping. That is all shipping. And what the members take, my members pay for the StreamYard. Every penny goes back into the channel. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, because who was it? My Happy Meal Advent, apparently, I had gotten a notice for custom fees or something from some coffee company. I'm like, what? For like $70+. Like, I didn't order any coffee. Well, apparently, I think that was my Advent. I've got to go check the shipping number, the tracking number she sent me. But it was crazy, $70-some for custom fees. It was insane. It was insane.
Wow.
Yeah. Because like what I ordered from Hobie's, under $20, so I won't get hit with anything. Almost it's under 20.
I thought it was if it was under 100.
$20. I hope you can get to visit her too, Nessa. Family's so important, and I'm sorry for your losses. I'm sorry for that. I just
sorry.
don't like to hear that.
No.
We'll definitely keep you in our prayers. Everybody keep Nessa and her family in your prayers, and your good healing vibes for thoughts, whatever your choice of projecting positive healing vibes. Mine's prayer. So I believe in the power of prayer. But that's me. That's my belief. But no, it's crazy. But sun's bright today. It keeps coming in. That's why I put curtains up here. Because it gets really bright coming in.
No, it's bright out there because of the snow.
Darlene, did you get any more work done on that top you're making?
I did. I think I'm almost done. Get it. I think I'm almost done of the first part. I'm on the sixth repeat. So it's coming along.
Your knitting that looks a little bit like the a reversal of the Bay of Fundy Shawl almost.
Yeah, kinda. I'm just wondering about like the length though. Like it'd be like up to there. Right now it's I think I'll just do this here last repeat.
Where's it, to your knees?
From there. No. It'll be close to my knees though. When I'm done with it. But
and who's the pattern by?
Well, let me see. I got it through We Are Knitters.
Welcome in, Donna. Welcome in, dear.
Hello.
Okay, well, enjoy your crochet group, dear. Don't forget to leave your thummies.
This is what it's called. So, I looked on We Are Knitters website, and I didn't see this one anymore. So I don't know if they have them, like if they change them out or what. But it's just called Mick Cardigan. So yeah. But they didn't give me any needles or a pin, so because it looks like that's what they give you in the kit, but they don't.
No, they don't.
They just give you a yarn. And I'm just hoping, because I'm on my third donut. And it's being held on my lovely hanging. It's like a banana holder. That's what it looks like to me.
Banana
my
hold. Well, yeah, it
biscuit.
does.
It kind of looks like a thing. Like if you had a hook on it, you could hang bananas off of it. But yeah, I'm on my third donut. I just hope that I have enough to do it all. But I'm not going to do full length sleeves. I don't like full length sleeves. I'll do like 3/4. But yeah, I'm on my 6th repeat. So
Don't
And
we
I
all
saw-
just love tinking back? Don't we just love tinking back and then drop a stitch? Think it's a KFB and it's not.
Goodness, no.
I've got to go back 100 and some stitches. But that's all right. That's all right. Oh, I'll show
I'm
you.
hoping not. Like I know I need to I'll have to block it for sure. But hopefully it won't stretch too much. It's a merino cotton. Does that stretch a lot?
Cotton doesn't stretch. The merino may a little bit. It may bloom when you block it.
Is it merino? What is it called?
I'm going to put on I'll show you how long this poncho is. I made this mainly. Oh, and I'm gonna stand up on a little stool because when you see how long this thing is.
Pima cotton, that's what it is. Bring yourself big.
I am. Hold on, I have to get my stool to step on.
Yeah, it's Pima cotton from We Are Knitters.
Okay. This is how long this is mainly when I play poker and it's cold. This comes down clear to my knees.
So when you sit down, it's going to be you're going to sit on it.
Yep. But I mean, it's down below my knees to the middle of my calves. But it's wicked warm. But it's wicked warm, and I'm take my little stool there. I did that so I can reach the top shelf of my yarn stuff. I like the cowl neck because you can bring it. It comes up.
Yeah, it's 100% Pima.
It's very warm. It's bulky 5.
I bet it is. Well, it's a number 5 yarn, so.
Yeah, and it's done on a 12mm stitch, but it's all double crochets. Yeah, it is. I've done 2 of them. Chic cable sweater by Marley Bird. It was done on her yarn. But that was only 4 days to do this. That's why my hands are hurting so bad. Get it done.
She loves those kind of necks.
Cowl
I
necks,
can't handle
cables,
anything around.
drop stitches. Drop stitches. Drop stitches, beads, cable. I love my cables. I was looking, actually, Lindsay, I was looking at a pattern you have. And was
that new old one that you put up?
No, this is an older pattern. It reminds me of a chauffeur's jacket, and it's got the cables on it. A lot of stockinette, but it's got this cable that runs on it. It's very, I can't remember the name of the pattern. Lindsay? Exactly, Lindsay. But yeah, so I was doing that because I love cables so much. See, Nessa, yes, Woodsong Camber. That was it, Woodsong Camber. Yeah, and it's a beautiful pattern. I've got a lot of Lindsay's patterns. Darlene and I went on a buying splurge one day buying Lindsay's patterns. But
Yeah.
my
I
the
think I bought some twice by mistake.
yeah, I just gift them. I buy two of them. I've done that with Fiber Fox, and if I buy two, I gift the other one away. I've got 3 of Lindsay's patterns going right now. They're all shawls: Solar Flare, Peacock Ridge, and my brioche shawl. Those 3. You get hooked on a designer.
Yeah, I would be working on hers, but waiting to get the right stitch count and everything from Jill. I started this one, so, and I don't like
It's
working on more than one.
yeah, with all the patterns I have, but I mean, it's just I get it, and I get a lot of things cast on, whether it's crocheting, knitting, today's whatever, and then I'll put them in their bag with their tools and whatever I need for that, and it's in a bag and as a project. But the ones that I'm really concentrating on working now are ones that are over 50% done, which is Solar Flare. But again, I had to get yarn.
And your sweater, like you have to get that yarn from me.
And yeah, and I have my actually that's the one I was telling you about that has the big cowl neck on it. I did one and I gifted it to my sister. She doesn't like anything up front.
In green.
I did it in forest green.
Yeah.
It was just an acrylic. I can't. I only my family gets acrylic. They don't. I did a sweater for my sister in merino. She threw it in the washing machine in the dryer and fit her granddaughter. So even with washing instructions, so they get acrylic. I mean, nice acrylic, but yeah, no, I don't. Nessa, I can't wait to see you make it. Mine's almost done. The shaw's almost done, but she put the extension on. She sent me the extension, and I'm going to put the extension on it, and then onto that, I put my own border. I usually do an envelope border. Yeah, on Farahon. Yep. Because over here on Manelli, I have my cuff to cuff cable sweater, which was, believe it or not, I did that. I actually had to contact the designer, and she is a Canadian designer also. She was actually from my area, St. Stephen's. She now lives, I think, Toronto, Montreal, someplace. But I did that sweater when I had just got back into knitting, and I was reading the pattern, and I was totally confused. And it's, again, I think I've talked about it before in patterns. When you're going to do a project, read through your pattern several times before you do it. For the simple fact is, a lot of times the designer will put notes dispersed through the pattern that says, oh, by the way, you're going to work your increases as you're doing this, but I've learned to read my patterns. It saves you a lot of time, a lot of frogging, and a lot of frustration. Okay. All designers write differently. Exactly, Lindsay. And I didn't quite understand the concept. I do now, but back then, but I was very proud when I finished that sweater. I was very proud. I actually had somebody want me to make one, and I told her how much, and she almost had a stroke. I said, do you know how long that sweater took to make with cables and everything?
Well, exactly. That's the thing, too. It's like they see these sweaters like $20 or less knitted in the store, and they think, oh, it's like, oh, I could make that. And then you think, okay, it's going to cost a lot more than that if you make it yourself. But it'd be a lot nicer also.
Okay. Oh, that's why I can't wait to see it. And again, I catch up on this. I catch up on everybody's videos. Lindsay's on my starred list because I revert back to her so many times for her tutorials she has. She has them on Instagram, but she also posts them now on YouTube because I find watching on YouTube easier than Instagram. I'm just getting a piece of, don't mind me. I don't eat it very often. I still have a lot of candy here. My cup that Dawn made me.
Yeah, that's so cute. Oh, yeah. Lindsay has her own little folder in my Instagram.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a lovely cup. I like to go back and like you have to watch them sometimes because sometimes the videos are so fast and it's hard to like you can't really pause them.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, well, I have a hard time because I watch them on my phone.
Oh, that's what. I'll work in conjunction. My tablet. I have my Nick Companion on here. I import directly from Ravelry into Nick Companion, and there's a couple other places now that you can import directly into Nick Companion. Also, excuse me, that was rude. I just needed a little bit of sugar. If you have a file on your computer, you can pull it right into that. So I have like 5 projects. They're all listed in one place. Yeah, Lindsay, I'll show you the shawl she's talking about. Nessa has my first Farahon I did. She won it in the auction. It's this one here.
I love how that one's turning out.
It's this one here, the Farahon. That's the one that she is doing. Yeah, we talked about I just used the free version, Nessa. It's nice because it remembers what row you can make. It has a whole like column of you can use for markers like rounds or rows, repeats, stuff like that.
See, you got me like in the paper version by ticking things off.
Yeah, see,
I saw somebody use they're using like those plastic protectors, page protectors, and they use whiteout or markers, and that's so you can wipe them off and clean them.
Yeah.
So I might have to get some of those because I have plenty of protectors.
Oh, okay, Lindsay. God bless you too, dear. Keep warm, stay safe. Enjoy your beautiful walks that you take. Lindsay loves to go cross country skiing and walking and hiking and that. She loves it. Now she's gonna have some gooey cheese.
Gooey cheese, yummy.
I love Post-its. I'm a Post-it fanatic.
Anything that's stationary, I love it.
What?
Anything stationary. Stationary goods like Staples.
Yeah.
Love that store. But yeah, like for this one that I'm doing, I use this is like how I do mine because I had to like write it all out. So this is what I do, and then I have my little ditty that I do and all that stuff. But yeah.
Yeah, and that's all. I know how it is, and that's you get busy. Like I said, I have a list. That's why I have my tutorials in the basket. What I need to do.
Pizza. Who's having pizza?
Lindsay.
Oh.
And I want to do a review on that merino I got from Temu.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Okay, Denise. Well, welcome back, dear.
Welcome back.
Yes, you can. It has highlighters, and you set them up in the colors and stuff that you want. Yes, that's not bad. A friend of mine showed me a little bit. I'm just discovering how to use it as I'm doing it.
And you have that on your notebook?
My little tablet, yeah. Yeah, my phone screen's too small. That's why I got, and it was a free tablet. I got it for free. They sent it to me. Oh, I hear the pitter patter of golden feet. Oh, they lay outside my door because I'm trying to. I'm just vacuuming here.
I've
Oh, that'll
never
be. It's not
made
nice here. It's sunny
anything.
out, but it's cold. Very cold.
But we don't live in igloos,
No, we don't. We have indoor plumbing.
and we use cars, not like
Dog
I
sleds.
guess if you were up in like the Yukon,
My sister used.
some people.
My sister had a dog sled team when she was living in Alaska. She lived in Nome, Alaska. She put her snowmobile into the Bering Strait. Drove out in the ice. It was thin
Oh,
ice, and it went through the ice. 82 miles from Russia.
wow. Well, I think it's like around this time of year you can actually walk to Russia from Alaska. There's two islands that are pretty close to each other. One's part of Alaska and one's part of Russia. And in the wintertime where it freezes, they can walk. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Zara
Nessa's
loves
been
that.
to Nova Scotia.
52, that's, well, right now it's 0.
I got 27 degrees Fahrenheit.
Is that around 0?
Close to it. Close to
The
it.
southern part, so the southern part, oh, Shelburne. Yarmouth is like one of the southernest parts.
Yeah, she had a team of dogs up there. Oh, this yarn is fiddly. Hanging up on itself.
Oh, that sucks. I know one thing about this Pima cotton is that I don't know how many strands, because it's a whole bunch of little teeny strands of yarn or cotton that are kind of twisted together. 25. That's just on the verge of too hot for me. There wouldn't be much to do in Greenland. Iceland got a little bit more stuff, but I don't think. I watch a guy who does cruising, and last year he went to Iceland and Greenland, and that in like Greenland there was nothing to do in the places that he went to.
Daytime 30. Yeah, it's hot where you're at, Zara.
Yeah. Do you ever get as hot as in the 50s though? Because when Antoinette was in Australia, it was 50.
Yeah, the one day it got to 50. I put a picture up when we had to actually take the thermometer inside before it burst.
I told Zara before that she's the only reason I would ever go to India.
Oh, yeah. There's a movie I watched with Patrick Swayze that was filmed in India.
Oh, you faded out there for a sec. Couldn't hear what you said. All I heard was about Patrick Swayze.
Oh, I watched a movie with Patrick Swayze called The City of Joy that was filmed in India.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Well, Barb and I were actually going to be going to Reykjavik on a trip.
Yeah, it's the capital.
Yeah, before we got Kiva, but instead we got Kiva. So we can't do both.
Yeah, the nicest thing they did in Greenland when they were there was getting so close to the icebergs.
But see, to me, boring doesn't bother me. I live on a boring island.
Well, no. But when you're on a cruise and you go see these places, like they had to wait hours, and like it took I don't know how long in order to get, because they had to taxi to the shore
Yeah.
and taxi back to the ship, and it took like the lineup was like a couple hours in line just to get back on the boat. Oh, and no public toilets really.
Oh
It's
no,
like-
that'll be a no.
It's like, come on, you got cruise ships coming in, you should have some public toilets. But they don't really have the infrastructure for cruise ships. I don't know why they would have them there anyway.
Unless it sounds like you've traveled quite a bit.
Yeah.
Why
Aren't
me?
all towns in Greenland small? Yes.
I can't count.
Not when you're chatting.
No, I just can't count, period, today.
Yep. Yes, Zara. Someday.
I still have 2 more needles to do.
Yeah. You might have to meet him too.
So that wouldn't be
I
a
think he'll good
problem.
with that. No.
Maybe one of these days we can get Priest Guardian to come on and give us a hello.
Show them your sweater that you're wearing, hon.
Yeah, that was a nice sweater Darlene made him. It's a really nice sweater. What
Oh,
what
he's
yarn
wearing the
did you,
crocheted one, the Bago Day
which
one.
what did you make that out of?
The Bago Day one? I don't know. The yarn is upstairs somewhere. It's a bulky yarn though. It's almost the
This-
same color as this that I'm doing.
He
his,
seems to have you see a pattern forming here. It seems like his color taste is quite neutral.
Yeah. Well, I don't think he would appreciate a nice pink color.
No, but like a steel blue and gray color work.
Yeah. Yeah. He likes the masculine colors. Yeah, health issues are real fun when you're trying to travel.
These DPNs were bought to do the pin hole cast on for solar flare.
She likes cruising. That would be awesome. Unfortunately, my big sis does not want to do a cruise.
Nope.
Would you do a cruise if Zara went on there? If we did like a get together cruise?
Nope. You can stop at port here and I'll come meet you.
There are cruise ships that go to St. John. Because when
I get cruise ships that are parked right here. I can see the Princess Cruise Lines right here. They're moored in Eastport. There was a big, huge barge going by this morning. It was huge. I'll tell you what, though. Arnie and Carlos just went on a cruise, a knitting cruise, to the Antarctica. And they were showing, I love penguins. I love penguins. So I got to do it.
Oh, there's an island. I guess a fair-sized chunk of Antarctica broke off, which
Oh, really?
I believe it does every year. And it's heading towards, it's going north to an island that it's mostly penguins, but there's a guy who was buried there. He was an
Oh, really?
explorer. I forget the name. But yeah. But I guess it's pretty big. It's like a city size iceberg.
Yeah, I watch a lot of stuff on channel on YouTube, a lot of those videos, and it's where they talk about, oh my God, global warming, global warming. No, they do that every once in a while so the polar ice caps can even out.
Yeah, Zara said, "We'll the three of us will like hop on a ferry and go meet you."
There you go. I may be working. Now you know why I don't want to go on a boat.
Your ferry is so much tinier than a ship.
It's still on the water. Now,
But you can go to
I'll
places
fly
that are
and meet
really
you at
hot.
one of the island destinations. That I can do.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of places. We've been to San Juan, Aruba, Barbados.
Yep.
St. Kitts, St. Martin's, St. Thomas, Jamaica, Haiti, Cozumel, and I know I'm forgetting some. I love going on cruises. See so much. Oh, Belize. No, we didn't go to Belize. Dominica.
A lot of Canadians from here like to go to Cuba.
Never
Our
been to
place, I have
Cuba.
Nope, I have no desire to go there either. Just give me a beach. I'll be the lady sitting there in her bathing suit knitting. Bye, Jan. You have a
Falling would be
wonderful day,
interesting.
sweetheart. Thank you for coming. Don't forget dummies. I always forget to say that.
Dummies, yes. Dummies on your way out if you're leaving.
Leave your DNA. I actually did my DNA when I was in Australia, and I got an email. It's in process. I should have it by the middle of February. I looked up and said, Mom, what surprises am I going to find? Already found out some prizes.
Yeah.
My birth name was not originally Smith. My great grandfather, when he came over from Ireland, changed his name from Toffenbach to Batts, and then my grandfather changed it from Batts to Smith.
I know. With my maiden name is Miles, Miles. But there's 3 different strands in my family, and there was a genealogy thing when my dad's brother and my mom's sister got married. The church went back. I don't know how many families they would go back to see if there's any connection, but there wasn't any. So I guess my dad's side of the family was MYLES. So when my uncle moved to Nova Scotia, he changed it to MILES. And my dad just changed his when we came over also. Because when they were born, they weren't even Canadian. Because Newfoundland was the last province to join Confederation in, I believe it was 45, something like that. So my mom always said, I'm not Canadian.
What Nova Scotia, you said?
Nova Scotia, PEI, and New Brunswick were the first provinces. Newfoundland was the very last province to join.
Newfoundland and Labrador became one. Alexa, in what year did Labrador and Newfoundland become one province?
From wikipedia.org. The province was named Newfoundland and Labrador on April 1st, 1949.
Yeah. Okay,
But
Nessa, have a wonderful time, dear. Have a wonderful time. Thank you for coming, Nessa. I'll look forward to your videos.
Have a good day.
Exactly, Priest. When I went to Wave Rock, I put up pictures of the history. I put them up. You could blow them up and read about it. It was very interesting with the Aboriginal and the Noongar people, because that Gary, my friend in Australia, he did his DNA, and his DNA dates back to the beginning. The Aboriginals, the Noongars, were the first. They're the oldest documented DNA in the world.
Wow. Yeah, and
Hey,
like
I agree with you,
our
Nessa.
our Maritime Museum has a lot of history on the Titanic because we have like 150 people buried in our cemeteries from that ship.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of the relics, I guess.
Well, it went down in the North Sea.
Yeah, I think, well, not too far from Nova Scotia, I believe.
Okay, we're back to square one. And my stitch count worked out right.
Good. I don't know how you can do the counting and all that stuff and talk at the same time.
Multitask. That's why I do multiple projects. I multitask.
Yeah, but when I talk, I can't really count.
Well, we'll be on here till 3. I figure I'll do a 2-hour live. We'll be on till 3, and then I got to go eat some supper. We're doing leftovers because I cooked all day yesterday. I cooked the day before, so now it's leftover day.
Today's
Then I got to run to the
not
mainland
days.
tomorrow. I was supposed to run there. I went Friday, but I was supposed to go back Saturday to drop some deer burger off to my brother-in-law. I just didn't feel like going anywhere yesterday. And today I just didn't feel like doing it. I actually could have slept in this morning. I mean, I played cards last night, and it was actually a good night. And I got home at 3:30, 4:45, and the dogs had me up at 7:45.
Wow.
It's been like that for the last 4 days.
I can do like the counting thing. I can do little things like this because I have like little purple stitch markers because if there's like a repeat right there. So it's only 14 stitches, so it's nice and easy. But anything beyond that, no, I can't. I have to have the stitch markers.
Welcome back, Lorraine. Welcome back, dear.
Welcome back, Carter. Who's your favorite person in Welcome Back, Carter? Vinnie Barbarino. You didn't like Vinnie Barbarino?
Mr. Cocktail was Washington. Boom, boom, Washington.
Yeah, and then Horshack. Oh.
Paella was his last name. I do too, Zara. It would be nice. Oh, by my birthday, I'm shooting for at the rate much the channel's growing. It's consistent though. It's organically. I'm shooting for August. Shooting for August.
6th anniversary.
2K and 4,000 watch hours by August. Working at it. I still need 500 and change Fiber Family members.
Going on 6 years.
I'm going to do the short version of these leg warmers. I'm not doing the long version.
How long is the long version?
The long version is 15 inches.
So where you going to? Just up to the knee? No.
Oh, no, it'll be below the knee.
Well, it depends on whose leg you're doing anyway. I only got a 25-inch inseam, so.
Hey, if you feel, my mother's was 22, so you should feel good. This has 1, 2, 3. It has 3 cable patterns in it.
3, you mean 3 different cables or?
3 different cables. It's got a half twisted 2x2. No, the half twisted 2x2 rib. I did that. Cables are C4F, C4B. We'll do a tutorial on that. I think I did one on that already. A 2/1 RPC plus a 2/1 LPC. Then we have a 2/2 RPC and a 2/2 LPC.
Oh my goodness.
2/2 was a right purl cross and a left purl cross. the thing with Celtic cables is they combine your knitted cables and your purled cables together. That's how you get the Celtic pattern. They just, I don't know, cables to me just look classic. I love cables. The biggest
I
cable
never-
I've done was 16 stitches.
I
Okay,
don't
Zara,
think
well, when I'm
I've
doing
done
this
that.
here, I'll do a tutorial on these cables.
Yeah.
Do
Post-it
tutorial
notes.
on cables. So as I'm doing exactly, Marlene. And that's a lot of my tutorials I have, and a lot of Lindsay's I did because Lindsay has such unique combination of techniques and stitches in her patterns. I do, as I'm doing the pattern, I will do that technique, the cables, or I did some there where I showed dropping stitches, hold your breath, and stuff like that. And it just gives, it looks scary, but until you try it, and I have not been able to fix a messed up cable stitch. Yes, you can do it. It's tedious. I just assumed frog, which I did on my cable Aran sweater that I'm doing, the pullover I'm doing. I just said to heck with it, and I ripped back right to the ribbing, started again, and now it's
with something like this, like as you can see, I got lots of lifelines.
I don't use lifelines. I should, but I
You
don't.
have to with something like this because
Well,
if you
with lace
I've
you
dropped
do.
Stitches.
Yeah,
I've dropped
with lace
stitches
you
and it's
do.
like, yeah, no.
With lace cable, you have to do that.
But yeah, it'll be nice to be done with that. I've been working on it for almost a month now. How's the weather where you are, Marlene?
Yeah, Zara. Oh, you
No?
did a beautiful job on that, Zara. You did a beautiful
Oh.
job on that sweater.
Yeah, one thing about cables also, you have to kind of make the sweater bigger than you would normally do, right? Because don't the cables shrink it down?
That's why you do your gauge swatch. Because a lot of times it'll tell you to do the gauge swatch in stockinette and a gauge swatch in the pattern. And that gives you an idea.
Oh,
That's why when doing a garment, gauge swatches are so important.
I did not do a swatch with my.
And that's not only do you do the gauge swatch, but a gauge swatch is you do the knitting and then you block it. That's because like certain types of wool and stuff balloon, they grow. And breezy. Yeah. Alexa, what is 29 Fahrenheit in Celsius?
29 degrees Fahrenheit is minus 1.67 degrees Celsius.
We're minus 1.67 here. Maybe minus 2. Sun's shining, but it's a lot of the snow has just. We've been in such a deep freeze, and apparently we're going back in another deep freeze at night. Minus 22, minus 25. I know. Thank God I'm not in the schoolhouse because I used to hate because the pipes always froze. Oh, I used to hate having. That's how I broke my ribs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was going to turn the heaters off under the house because the pipes unfroze, and coming back, I slipped on the ice and broke my rib, punctured my lung, and collapsed it. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. No, Zara, you don't want to experience minus temps. Too many clothes to put on. Too many clothes to put on. Too many clothes.
I do like the cooler temperatures just because it's easier to get warm. But if you're hot, it's so hard to get cool. Like I like the fall the best.
Not me. Height of summer. Hot. Hot, 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 hot.
Nope.
My
the
ideas.
fall is pretty and the bugs are gone away.
I hear the pitter patter of little feet.
See, in the spring, all the bugs are coming out.
I don't like bugs.
Nope.
That's one thing about Australia. There was lots of flies. But we get that in
Oh,
our
and
black
the
fly season.
Oh, the size of the spider. She sent me a picture of a spider. Like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Oh, it wasn't that bad.
Well, yeah, it was a big bugger.
It was
We
a
get
baby
them
huntsman.
here that's the size of, well, I don't have huge hands, but it'd be like the size with legs.
I'm off camera because I'm eating a piece of candy. I didn't want you to see it.
Yeah, well, Marlene
Exactly,
would
Marlene.
too.
Bring the heat on.
No. No. And see here where we're located, between was it May and June, we have black flies. And you cannot like they're these little tiny flies that just swarm.
No seams.
They're so awful.
So I got 2 bug zappers on the deck. I got 2 bug zappers. I sit in the pool and knit.
Sorry.
You knit in the pool?
Yes, I do.
Oh, you have one of those there loungers?
Nope. I just sit in a tube.
Oh, okay.
Although the dogs broke one. They look like a tire, but I got them at Canadian Tire. Yeah, they bit one and broke it. Thought it was a chew toy. They're obsessed with. They're always chewing. The biggest thing is with like Gracie, is I have to keep my dirty clothes in the bathroom and the door closed because she'll grab a sock. One of my socks. I think 4. She's taken 1 sock from 4 different pairs and chewed them up. I cleaned the throw up the other day from and said, "Up there's a sock."
I hope they're not ones that you made.
No. I actually have 2 pair in there that I made last year. The last couple pair that I have to block. I gifted most of mine away.
Oh,
I
I
kept a
have
few for
like
myself.
I have a few sock blockers. I
I've
got
got-
4 or 5 sock blockers.
I got the set you bought me, and then the 2 acrylics, the large and the male, the large foot, and then like my size foot.
No, I got well, I thought Knit Picks had them that they were like the really pretty see-through blue.
Yeah, that's what I have. Yeah, I have those.
Like I have one of these, and I bought like 4 of these. This is what they look like now.
Oh, I like the old one.
I know.
I have
think
the old
they're
ones.
better.
Yeah.
And then I have ones that I bought on Etsy, but they're small. They're supposed to be this size, but they're small.
Well, that set you bought me, they're great too for drying outside. I hang them right on. There's the hanger they come on. I put that
Yep.
on the light, and I hang my socks and let they dry. I block them outside and let them dry, and they're perfect.
Well, see, I just want those because, like, I'll wash my socks that I make. I have them in a net. I'll wash
Yeah.
them, but I dry them on those because I don't want to put them in the dryer. Oh yeah,
Pair of
no,
socks.
I love. I got my purple pair on today.
This is the only pair of socks I have right now on the go, and I got to finish. I got to find out where I'm at in the pattern. But, like the sock blockers you bought me.
The wire ones. Yeah, I might get one of those. Like, see, I only make socks for myself. So I don't really need, like, I do have the other 2 sizes, but I don't make them for like children or Dean. Yeah, I will. Oh, I would not like it if I had a pet and they went after my socks.
You see my dirty closet. These are the medium size. That one's for children. I don't make a whole lot of children's socks.
No.
See, but the air is able to blow through these.
Yeah.
Was from the this is that odd stitch heel, twisted ribs. You can see the twisted rib.
I like the I have the partridge sock, the heel. Have you done that one?
Yeah, that was Hermione.
Nope. Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
Hermione is the yeah, I got so much sock yarn. My goal for this year is 6 pair of socks.
That's all I've been buying.
I made my 12 for last year. I made my goal of 12. Now for Christmas, I've got to knit up 3 pair of the Briggs & Little Tuffy wool sock work socks. But I'm going to do them in 2 colors. I'm going to do the stripes on the top of the, because I try to use this stuff I have in here. This is like my leftover yarns and stuff that are in here.
From your
So I
sock?
try to grab them and incorporate them into patterns.
You could do scrappy.
Yeah, but I bought a few of the solids because I had very few. I had no solids. I got a few solids now.
Well, I have that there hunter green. I got this hunter green, which is like the hand-dyed merino.
Is that Arcane Fibers?
Arcane, yeah, arcane. And then I got these ones I'm going to do a pair of socks with. The red and the pink. I love those together.
The Blink. That's what Dawn calls
Here's
it.
like
Blink.
called bright red. And have your cake and eat it too. And they gave me this one as a gift. Isn't that pretty?
That is pretty. That's like a fall autumnal colors.
Yeah. I could do a pair of socks with just this. Because I don't like high socks. I like shorties. 2 inches and then you start the heel. That's what I like to do.
Like the Rosy rollers.
They would be really pretty together. Like I do the solid as the rib, heel, and toe.
Yeah.
And do the pink in like a pattern.
Yep.
So I'd like to get a nice speckled yarn. You can take me down. You can take me down now. But I think I'll do this here one next. I'm going to do this one next. It's different because it doesn't really have like a toe. It's like you keep doing the pattern until you're at the Kitchener stitch to bind it off. So this should be interesting. But I would, this one, sorry. So I can actually read. It looks like there's, I don't know if you can actually see. Yeah, you can kind of see it. See, oh my goodness. It looks like there's like a pattern in the ribbing. And it goes all the way down. So that's kind of like the ones you did, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm going to show you a picture of a pair of shorties I found.
Can't see you though. Oh, phone.
Right here, these socks here. I'll make it bigger.
I
called
think I have
Birds.
that one.
I think I sent. Did I send it one to you?
I don't know. Were they free?
No, I bought it.
Okay.
Let me see. Share. Here it is, right here. I don't know if I can zoom in on that or not. Magnify image. Here we go. Nope, it's not coming up. Magnify, but that's called Bird Star. I've got a lot of socks. I even have some crochet socks in
I don't
my.
know about crochet socks.
Welcome in, Josie. Welcome in, dear.
Hello.
Yeah, we're here for about another 10 minutes, and then we're gonna, 2 hours. I try to do 2 hours. Nobody wants to sit there and listen to me babble for 2 hours. But as a summary wrap up, we talked about I'm just calling it the Outlander Mal, only because that's my favorite. But it's a pattern from a book, a TV series, a mini series, a movie that you find interesting, crochet, knit, weave, sew, whatever. That we're just doing a year, through the year, we're just doing make along whenever you have time in your busy schedules to do it, and just post on the Yayas. If you're not a member, just go over and Darlene or I will approve you, and you can, be in the group, because we share a lot of our makes and ideas on the Yayas as well. I mean, I put things up on the community tab too, but most everybody that's here is members in the Yayas, and I get a lot of inspiration from everybody. And looking at this, I love looking at the things everybody's making and how pretty they are, and all the different crafts. Zara, we love having you here, dude. And if you're in here and have a channel, type the word drop and drop your link. If you haven't gone and checked people in this chat out, go check these people out. Throw some yarn in their window, show the love. I'd like to see Zara's channel grow. No, Zara, I have to put that together. I have to pull them in from different places. I think you, Demetra, me, are the few that did the bags. I love that one you did. That was very pretty, because I had 3 or 4 bags up that I had done.
Everything she does is beautiful.
Nope.
I can't wait to get into doing that there, that snowflake, knitted snowflake.
Yeah.
That she did.
There's Lorraine at Chatelaine Makes. Lorraine is a Canadian, but she not only does she have a YouTube channel and shares her makes, she also dyes yarn, and she shares Temu hauls and does all kind of things. So go check her channel out. I was actually there the day I was talking with Lorraine, the day she launched her channel. We were checking back and forth.
Yeah,
but
probably.
Well, there's some things that you knit or crochet that my go-to for like mindless is that my knitting thing I got from Mary Maxim. This is nothing but squares. Australia bag.
Yeah, it's so cute.
And these are with my minis from my Fiona jar. Oh, it feels so squishy. All different colors. Ends aren't sewn in. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do all kind of different little blocks, put them together in a cardigan, and combine it with knitting or crocheting to put everything together. You finished another whip? Good for you, Lorraine. I've only got 2 done. My blanket's going to be called My Manic Memories.
Well, it's going to be all over the place.
All over the place, yep. Which is me. I'm all over the place. Well, one of the memories I get from that is when Darlene and I were supposed to meet up at PEI for the Fiber Festival, and then the hurricane Fiona hit. So Aberdeen Wolves put the jar out, and I had bought one Darlene had bought one, and then she bought me one. So I have two.
And then last year when we had
Yeah.
minis, I gave you a bunch more.
Lorraine, I always, when I'm cleaning or rearranging things, I'm going through totes of yarn. It's like, oh, when did I start this project? Oh, frog. Yes,
Yeah,
it
it
did, Zara.
did.
But that, yeah, I was up for school. I was up there doing my advanced marine first aid. But you know what? We'll get back there one of these days. We'll get back there one of these days.
Like we met before a few times, but that
Yes. Oh,
yeah, Fiona like hurt our roof. We had to get that repaired, and
Yep.
because of that, we kept losing shingles. So now we have a metal roof, which somebody's waiting for a hurricane to go by just to see how good it is.
they're pretty good. The metal roofs, they stand up pretty good to the wind because you know the kind of wind we get here. You know,
Well, yeah,
60, 80
hurricanes are
kilometers an
good.
hour.
Yeah. And I thought that with a metal roof, you'd be able to hear the pitter patter of the rain, but you don't.
Oops, hit the wrong button.
I was kind of hoping that we would.
So, but that's one of the things we're going to be doing. And the tutorials, our tutorial for next weekend is the sweeping cables. The Defined Diamonds is coming out. The dishcloth. And then in between, I'm going to do one for the cables on this. And then I have the one for Zara had asked about on the on the cables. So, and the thing is with the cables, there's different ways. There's different types of cable needles you can use, which I'll show when I'm doing the project there. Because I have all kinds of different plastic. I have metal. I have round. I have triangular. I have a J hook. I have the bent bar in the middle. And talk about when you're doing cables, how to choose your cable needle. You want your cable needle about the same size, if not just a little smaller, than a little bigger than what you're doing. You want a little bigger because cables can get really tight, especially when you start getting into 4 and 8 stitch cable, the 6, 8, 10, 12 stitch cables. You know, other thing is, I know if you have a chance and you want to see a good live podcast, they do it every Saturday, is Fiber Friends. And Monday nights, Louise does a thing she calls New Start Mondays. And she's been doing this for 3 or 4 years. Every Monday, she puts a poll out on Instagram, Facebook, stories, and people pick. She gives 2 choices, whether it's a pattern or yarn. I mean, project like a hat, a cowl, or socks or whatever. And she puts 2 yarns and everybody votes. And that's what she goes with. And she starts a new project every single Monday. And she has a big whiteboard. She keeps track of them.
Wow.
And they have all kind of monthly challenges. Last month was accessories. I have to post my picture up on the thing only because I cheated and I had one already done.
What was your accessory?
My hood. That's an accessory. That's it.
Yeah.
And what you didn't notice on my hood, though, is because it was a hood attached to the coat, it comes down so it'll tuck in underneath your jacket, your coat, and keep your neck warm.
That was cute. That was a good idea. And the color of the fur that you used was so perfect with it.
Well, I had from when I did the oh my gosh, hedgehog for Lisa. That's what I used.
Right.
You know, and that's in this container I showed you of all the balls of yarn. I've got all different weights, all kinds of in there. The only project I haven't cast on for a while is a thread project, which I will do. But just my hands need a break. My hands need a break. They're hurting.
I live vicariously through all of your projects because I can't do that. I can't do that.
How many projects you have on the go right now?
Me? Well, I just did, one. I just did this just to have something to do, but I'll have to finish my cardigan first before I really get into this. So now I just made a mess on my desk.
Yeah, because I have a bunch
So,
of that
yeah.
Alpaca suite I got last year from Mary Max when it was on special. I got it in the blue, the gray, and I only got a couple sands. So if you need more, I think I have a couple sand dunes if you need it.
I bought 11, I think. So, and I'll use an 8mm, see how, if it's not too big.
Might get a little bit more of a drape.
Oh, definitely.
Also, too, if you put
Definitely
fabric
be a drape.
softener, when you soak it in a little bit of fabric softener. That gives it.
Oh, I use Woolite.
I use the wool, but I also use fabric softener sometimes on like Briggs and Little. I use a fabric softener to soak it in, and it softens it.
I don't
Wool.
I don't have any liquid fabric softener.
Just get a little bottle.
Hmm.
So everybody
I do like using those smelly beads, though.
I do, yeah. I have linen. I have fresh linen, Downy, fresh linen.
I got mine from I think it's Kirkland. So from Costco. You get the big
Yeah, but they've all
bottles.
gone up in price. Yep, they've all gone up in price. So
Everything has.
I want to thank everybody that came in, those that were
Yeah.
lurking, those that were in and out, came back. I so appreciate it. As always, I mean, I enjoy the Sunday lives, and I'm trying, like I said, I'm semi-retired. And this summer we will do a live from the deck. We will do a live from the deck. Welcome in, Divergent. Yes. I get I'll tell you what, before I got some wool soak when I was at Briggs and Little's brick and mortar. I haven't used it yet. It's at Euclid. But before that, I bought and I've had it for 5 years. There's Ladybird lurking. Welcome in, Lisa. I bought some Woolite wool wash in lavender, and that's what I would soak my finish.
That's what I have. Only I have the big bottle.
Yeah, mine's about, and I've had it. You only use a little bit. You don't use too much because you don't want all the soap stuck in it.
Not even a cup.
In summertime, I like, oh,
Oh.
well, thank you, Priest Guardian. Love you too. Well, I hope I do. I try to, anyways. My little 2 cents. And in the current dollar exchange rate, it's worth about 90 cents. Actually, I think it's.
Thank you. Oh,
yes,
moderator extraordinaire.
Exactly. Yes. Zara's
Did
wonderful.
I say that correctly? It sounded good in my head.
I want everybody to have a beautiful day. I want you to have a beautiful day. I imagine that Dean, that Darlene and Dean are going to be playing D&D, and I didn't know what D&D was. She had to tell me. 35 years ago, I did play Dungeons and Dragons, the early days.
The pen and paper. We played online. That's it. We just call it D&D, DDO. Dungeons and Dragons online.
You too, Marlene. Thank you very much.
Too,
and I'm so glad. And hopefully, same time, same day next week, Sunday, we will be doing a thing, and it will be a new month. So
yes, February.
I'll have to start working on what I'll do special for that month. But in the meantime, congratulations to Marlene for winning the Fiber Family January giveaway. End of the month, I will be drawing for the members, and it will be a digital. It will be a digital gift card, Wool Warehouse, Amazon, PayPal, one of those. And yeah, so I hope wherever you're at, staying safe, you're staying healthy, and you're happy, doing what it is that makes you happy. And remember, hug, smiles, and happiness. Pass it on. Make the world a better place each and every day. Be the light in somebody's dark day. And I do believe in those words. I really do. And here's bye for now from Deer Island and
Nova Scotia.
See you in the next video. Mwah! I love you all. Hi, Lisa. Welcome in, dear. We're just getting ready to sign off. But I'll be back next Sunday. It's very possible I might do a pop-up later this week. You never know. But I've got videos to finish filming, tutorials, all that good stuff. And blocking to do. And I will see you guys in the next video. Have a wonderful day. Love you all. Be happy.
Bye. No, you're still going. What the heck? She didn't turn it off. Oh my goodness. I need to call her and tell her. You got to turn it off. Bye.
I hit the wrong button.